Oh, what a mission this video has been to do. This is the second time I'm filming this at 7:30 in the morning because I didn't like how I filmed the last one. But straight away I need to let everyone know that this is not a customer's car. So don't have a whinge that I'm driving a customer's car and doing a video on it. This is owned by us, okay? So relax. Now I have to admit, I'm not usually a massive fan of these current, or not current, the more modern shape Monaros, the VY, VZ shape, like these. But for some reason, this car just really tickles my fancy, and I will address the elephant in the room straight away. Yes, it has no rear bumper on it. You'll even notice the difference, the start of this video and now. It had a tow bar on it yesterday, and now it doesn't. Hence why the rear bar is off. Rear bar is at a panel shop getting the cutout that's usually here for the tongue paired and the rear bumper painted, because who the hell wants a tow bar on a Monaro? So that'll all go back together, and of course the Commodore standard fuel flap missing, but no, that is off to match the color. A really bad spot to stop to do a video. There's a lot of traffic, so if you hear it, I am sorry. Now to me, if you're around my age, mid-30s, you would have been a young kid when these came out, and every year I used to go to the motor show at the Melbourne Convention Centre. I think that's what it was called. Every year here in Melbourne I used to go. I used to catch the train in with my friend and go look at all the new cars that were coming out for that year. And I remember on the Holden stand, they had the new Monaro when it was coming out on a big turntable, and it was this colour. So maybe that's why it brings back memories for me, but I love this color. I've said previously, you know, well for me anyway, when I think 34 GTR, I think Bayside Blue. When I think 32 GTR, I think the dark gray. So when I think Monaro, this is the color that comes to my mind. Now in our possession, we've done not very much to this car. We've only lowered the front. It had stock springs in the front and the back sat like that. Ditched the tow bar, and we did a roof lining in it because that was sagging. Again, standard Commodore. Now we'll get to the best bit at the end, but one thing I usually hate with Commodore people is interiors that these guys do. But I don't know why, this just works. This color combo with this outside color really, really works. As I said, I usually hate this diamond stitching and even aftermarket leather in general. It just never looks right. It never feels right. You can just always tell. But this is done really, really well. It's really nice and plump. The leather looks like it's really good quality. The stitching is really nice, and they're super comfy. And as you will notice, they obviously cushions in the front. And if you didn't know, the modern shape Monaros are a 4-seater. So 2 in the back, 2 in the front. So they've done these rear panels, rear seats, center console, door trims, even the side of the center console here. Oh, and as you can see, 3 pedals, manual, a beautiful, beautiful car. Like, this interior is a 10 out of 10. Now this may be, well, you know what, it's probably gonna be in the title, but here is a bit of a dead giveaway of what we got going on under the bonnet here. So they may look crazy, but this is a very, very basic setup. So standard bottom end LS1 with a Brian Tooley Racing camshaft, push rods, valve springs, you know, all the standard supporting mods, and oil pump, etc, etc. The turbo kit is actually done by the Fab Room, which is a workshop here in Melbourne. It's done really, really nice. ARP everything where you can use it, like head bolts, cam bolt, crank bolt, etc, etc. And the turbo kit is done using a very expensive Precision 6870, which is tucked nice and neatly here behind the headlight. Turbo Smart gate, blow-off valve, all Aeroflow stuff everywhere, rails, fittings, Turbo Smart fuel pressure reg. Not sure what clutch is in it, but it's still got a T56 in it. Now the good thing is this turbo kit still retains the aircon, and the cooler, they even managed to retain the fog lights, which you usually lose when doing sort of things that aren't supposed to be turbo. So it's a really, really neat kit, and this car made 450 kilowatt on 11 PSI on E85. And I'll be honest, this is the first time I've driven it, so I haven't even got onto boost in this car, so we will experience this together. But yeah, just a really, really nice all-round car. It will look a lot better with the rear bumper back on, but that's how desperate I was for a video this week. I had to do a car with half the body parts missing. Yeah, let me know what you think on this shape Monaro. I absolutely love this thing. Short guy problems. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've even ever driven one of these Monaros before, let alone a Turbo LS one. You know, I don't even think I've driven a Turbo LS. What the hell am I doing with my life? Now this has an e-boost with a couple of settings. I have no idea what it's on. I'm not touching it. So whatever it's on, it's on. I don't know if it's on full power or not, but we will see. Now you may be thinking, why does my work have this car if it's not a customer car? Now I will put a link below. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Tough Streeters giveaways, and we are doing all the cars for these giveaways. So you may see a few of these sort of before they even go up, just to give you a bit of an insight on the car. But yeah, so I'll put the link below to Tough Streeters, and you can enter for a chance to win this car. It won't be up by the time you see this video, but it will be up very soon. So you can win this car for, I think it's 30 bucks for like a single ticket. So let me know if you'd like to see more of these giveaway cars sort of before they hit the internet for raffle. It definitely pulls you back in the seat. Oh, I should have brought glasses. Oh my god. Oh, I can't see shit. Oh, I should have cleaned these windows. Actually, I need to pump the demister on this thing, or else I'm gonna get rear end someone here. Now that the car's warmed up as well, boy does it sound good. Very, very cammy. Not liking this camera location, but my suction cup, all these things are broken, so you can't get it in the right spot. So sorry guys, but I think you're just gonna have to stay there. Now usually I'm not a massive fan of Turbo LS's just because they always sound shit, but this actually sounds alright. It still sounds very V8, where usually they're muffled by the turbo and they sound sort of like a car running underwater, like blah 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 blah. Whoa, okay. It's actually really linear. It doesn't like come on and punch you in the face, but still very, very quick. Yes, it is a very, very quick car. Oh, that's what, it's got friggin' traction control on. Alright, now it's off. But I'm going to switch you to the boot. And hopefully you can hear this thing from the outside a bit better. Alright, hopefully you don't fall off. Cammy it is. But look, I'm gonna end this one off by saying I love LS's. I really do. Mad cheap power, but I have to say 450 kilowatt in this is nothing, not even close to 450 kilowatt on something like a Skyline or a Sylvia, something light Japanese. It doesn't even compare. But the big difference is the torque. Like this lights the tires at 2.5, 3 grand, whereas a 500 kilowatt straight six, you know, 3 litre 2.5 is only just coming on boost then. But but I absolutely love this car. It's such a beautiful car, and whoever wins this thing is very, very lucky. So as I said, I'll put the link below. Keep an eye on all the Tough Streeter cars, and let me know if you want me to keep doing videos on these cars sort of before they hit the raffles. See you guys next time.